Hi, it's Therese from Lostinpaper and I'm back for Scrapbook Boutique, and I've got a really fun card to make with you today, and we're going to be creating our own glitter design paper. So easy to do with the fab products that are around at the moment, and I'm basically going to be using this balloon stencil from Echo Park and lots of other products, and I've got heaps to do, so I'm going to get right into it. And I've got a die out of the So Fancy set from Mama Elephant, and I'm going to create a panel for the front of my card. This piece of cardstock is cut a little bit wider than my normal card, and I want to partially die cut it. So I've made a little mark here where I want to make my cut, and I'll use my grid lines to make sure everything's nice and straight, hold that in place, and then just run it through my die cutting machine just so it gets past that line there, and then reverse it out so that I don't actually cut where I don't want to. This is an awesome die because it does a little embossed, sort of an angled line along the edge. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks really cute. I'm going to be doing quite a bit of work on this panel, so I think I'll make sure I tape it down really well. I'm also going to be masking off each balloon as I colour it because I want to do them all different colours. This is going to take a while to do, so I'll just go through a couple of the colours with you and then keep creating. So what I've got here is a craft sponge. They're really cheap to buy and easy to cut up, and then I can just wash them if I want to. So I'll use one for each colour. The colours I've got today, I've got a couple of Memento Luxe. This is Dandelion and this one's Rosebud. I've also got a couple of these new Ranger colours which are really nice to use. I'm really enjoying these inks. What colours are they? That one's called Cheese Puff and Electric Lime. And it's just a matter of picking up colour on the actual sponge by touching the ink. And then, so I will need to put a bit of, and it's simple as just popping the ink on. I'll move my masks. And I want to do these colours very randomly. I'm not concentrating on doing any sort of specific pattern with them either. So I've done a couple of things here. I've let the inks dry, and I've also wiped down the plastic of the stencil and replaced a couple of my tapes because they were quite contaminated with ink, because I was too lazy to take it off and wash it and then allow it to dry and then put it back on. But could easily do that, and it probably would have been more simple. I've got some Bow Bunny. This is a glitter paste, and this colour is called Sugar. It's clear, and it's fairly wet paste, and I just want to put a really thin layer of this over all the balloons. And I've got my palette knife and just simply going to add that directly to the cardstock. It's a really simple way to add glitter, and these stencils make it so easy. And like with any stencils or pastes or anything, just remember to wash your palette knife and products as soon as you can. I'll just remove my stencil now. And make sure I lift it straight up. Now how pretty is that? So while that dries, I'm going to stamp up my image and sentiment, and I've got this raccoon from the Three Amigos and Wish Big. It's from the Snippet set in Penny Black. I'm just using this on every card at the moment. Sorry. And I'll be doing some Copic colouring, so I'm using Memento. This is Tuxedo Black. I'm going to selectively stamp the sentiment so it fits well on the little piece of paper that he's holding. So I want to try something today. This is a 0.1 marker. Just wanted to make sure I could see his eyes. I thought it'd be fun to add some, like my own googly eyes, I suppose you could call it. Now I'll list all the colours that I used today over at my blog, and the link will be in the YouTube description below. Now I'm going to put my card together. I've got a top fold card. The finished size is 15 by 10.5 centimetres, and a really cute piece of design paper. It's from this Echo Park paper pad called Birthday Wishes, and it's really sweet. It has lots of smaller patterns which are good on cards, but then on the reverse side there's a lot of more plain patterns, so good bold colours, nice and bright. Really happy paper pad, I like it. So I'm going to use Stamp Runner just to add some adhesive to the back, and I'll cut this the same size as my card. And this design glitter paper has worked out perfectly. I'm so happy with it. It's really bright and sparkly. I'm not sure if you can see that on camera, but in real life it's awesome. I'm going to pop this up on the front, and I'm using some This to That foam dots. And finally, I'm going to pop my little raccoon up. I have some scrapbook adhesives, foam squares. I've had a blast making this card, and I just love how this has turned out. The glitter paste worked really well. I'm actually very impressed with it. And if you're not into getting glitter everywhere, it's probably a good option for you too. So I'll link everything at my blog, so you can head through the description below, or you can head over to Scrapbook Boutique and find everything there. So till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.